How much can you choose to love someone?
If something does go wrong, your parents are the ones who, majority of the time, they have to pick up the pieces and help you rebuild your life.
If my mom's picking an Arabic girl, no.
You don't trust her?
I don't. She doesn't prioritize looks.
What happens at a certain point when you get older where it's like maybe you don't actually hate your parents, but the presence of them in your space disgusts you?
Hey, Kaz. I'm thinking. Yo, so, welcome back to an episode 299.
Bop, bop, bop.
Hey, yo.
I knew it was coming. So I let you have it. Thank you for joining us. We have an hour and 20 minutes to entertain you. Maybe less, because honestly, none of us want to be here today. Today is a day where the weather is beautiful outside, and lunch was calling our name.
Yes.
And
we came here.
Topics are scarce.
No,
So you get what you get.
came here and had a DNM as well.
Bro, we're friends again.
It's been a while.
Friends again.
Been a while.
Now we've got to entertain you.
Now, hour 20 minutes. Know the Baghdadi.
Chief Olasaji in the building, baby.
It's your girl, Moeezy.
Lure's the prince.
What the frick did he say?
Lure the Prince.
Man's ludicrous with a slur, bro. What's happening, man? Hey, man, we're here.
here.
How are we?
299, we're supposed to have a beautiful, not beautiful, that's a bit.
We were meant to have a great guest.
Man,
Who's
have a great
gonna,
guest.
help us with later on in the year and everything like that. But you know what? That's how I propositioned it. And the artist himself said, "Yes, I'm down."
Yeah.
And then his management said, "Oh, it's a little bit tough.
I was wondering what was.
It's a little bit tough for us to do that."
Damn.
Shut up. Shut up. Everyone, shut up.
Hey, man, this is what it is.
But we're here.
We are here
It's the
instead.
family.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I was gonna say on this family thing, I just was very grateful about community this weekend. I think for some reason,
It's been a good weekend.
it's been a good weekend. I think it's been a good week, even. Like I'm
Okay.
talking from last week, Friday. Yeah?
Okay.
And the way it sounds like I've had horrible weeks or something. Like
No, but there's enjoyment.
Sometimes there's
recently.
standout weeks,
Yeah.
right? So obviously, I think what was it? Friday that just passed. What the heck happened? There was a
This recent one?
No, this
one
is even
before.
2 weeks actually.
Yeah.
Friday 2 weeks ago was Wintana's event, Bittersweet in Real Life. The love, actually, people coming around, whatever.
Yep.
I'm talking about love, and it was a beautiful time, wholesome, and even just chatting to people. It was just good stuff. I was going from conversations around venting about this content space with Wintana to now talking about Melbourne and the love scene with other people. Shout out Olu and Soji gang. You know what I mean? Like it's just all these different convos.
Nice.
Last week there was the wedding that happened, and I was in my Shiluk bag. South Sudan or yay.
That's
You know
it,
what I mean?
man.
I was there doing my thing. But then, I think that was the same Saturday that we all called up as well. Had a freaking, it was meant to be everyone, hey guys, we've only got a window of
7
7
a.m.,
to 9.
7 to 9.
7 to 9, we all need to get going. 10 a.m. we left, I reckon it was probably, right. Just the lads, chilling, hanging out, having a good time, chit-chatting. We saw my parents, Marwa's family as well, Sunday.
Nice.
It's just been developing. And then yesterday we took a road trip together for some mogul moves and that.
Yeah.
But we're just chatting as well. It's just like,
Wholesome vibes.
it's been nice. Like, I'm genuinely grateful for the people that I have around me. It's like, bro, what the heck do you do when you don't have this, man?
Yeah.
Actually, this is what it's about, bro.
I'm always intrigued by people that don't have people around them. You know what I mean? Like, as in, like, you're just content with your life. And it's almost like props to you, but also, how are you not bored?
It's different when it's like people that... I'm shook on the people that choose that compared to like the people that it happens to them. So...
Because I feel like a lot of the ones where it's happening to them don't want that.
Don't want
They
community?
don't want it.
No, don't want to not have community.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So the ones that choose this, what the heck is
Lone
Wait,
wolf,
the one
huh?
that choose not to have
that choose to not have people around them or separate themselves away from people and all of that. I'm like, well, how are you functioning, bro? How are you doing this? Like, even for me, yeah. I'm not going to go into details, but yesterday we went, did our whatever. And then I was like, I need to call my dad after this. We just need a spitball.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, imagine like I was estranged. Imagine
Yeah,
I was a
high-key,
prodigal son.
Yeah,
we
that
were there
would
and me
be-
and Daniel both go, I need to talk to my dad.
Like, we're there trying to do it like professional grown man.
And then we realized we
Then we got
didn't know
it.
anything.
As soon as the guy left us, he's like, gonna call my
Mama,
dad.
wait. Mama, feed.
Mom, daddy, up. Right. But I'm like, far out. If I was, I don't know, on a prodigal son vibes or parents were Australian. It's like, yo, it's wild, bruv. So obviously I empathize and feel for the people where like these things have happened to
Actually
them.
don't
That
have
is not by
friends who had
choice.
really
Like,
bad experiences with friends, so now they shut
friends
themselves
or
off
even
from it.
parents too, like of just whatever that like whatever they've done in that side of things. But it's like, bro, when you
Have community.
keep it, man. So no, I've just been grateful, man. And then of course it's on a beautiful day that you start getting introspective as well. I was just sun is out, man. I'm like, bro, I love this around us, man.
What did you do when you got home yesterday?
What I do when I got home yesterday, I had breakfast, lunch, breakfast / lunch, and then I edited.
Nice.
Podcast. Why? What did you do?
I knocked out. Bro, I did nothing until nighttime, so you trivia.
Yeah, I love that for you.
But yeah, I was meant to do a bunch of other stuff and whatnot. I was like, nah. Because the night before that, we went to Wintana's closing up
Bro,
the
Tana just
Bittersweet
bring the community together, huh?
Studios.
Back-to-back
So
events.
didn't get back to like late, and I was like, okay. I feel disgusting.
Yeah.
Far out, bro. I don't think I can do another night like that. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
On this, the family and community stuff. I remember I sent this in chat maybe 2 weeks ago now around some people just don't like their parents. Bro, and it's interesting, yeah, because this came about because there's someone I know and they've just been trying to get their mum out. No, not they get out.
Oh, the mum out of the home.
Out of the house.
Damn.
That's a choice.
So like, and you know, there's a point in time where things come around and like you're not mad that your parents are around because they're typically, that happens again when it's time for them to look after, like help you look after like your kids, their grandchildren and whatnot.
You need them.
You need them, like they actually, especially in this climate, you know what I mean? Bro, childcare, I heard the numbers
That's
are
too
up.
much, bro. What do you mean 180 a day?
Bro.
Damn,
And I
that's
have
a
to
lot
pay
of
on the public holidays when they're not there. I'm gonna bang something.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna pull a collar when I pull up again, man. But she's been trying to get Mumsy out of the house, like get a whole new crib for Mumsy in there. And I was just like, that would suck to be
In that situation.
in that situation. But then I know of other friends where they are a couple and they've had to like go back home,
Yeah.
like as in and stay with the parents. Like I know maybe I've got like 3 different friends and the same thing has happened to them.
It's not
And
like-
they've just hated it,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, what happens at a certain point when you get older where it's like maybe you don't actually hate your parents or have any issues with them, but the presence of them in your space disgusts you.
I don't
And
know,
I say
but
your
that's a
space in terms
couple,
of the
though.
home together.
Yeah.
Couple makes sense. Couple makes sense. Like imagine right now.
Oh yeah,
you're-
couple.
When you're
This
in
girl I'm talking about
space.
is married, so
Yeah,
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 her,
yeah.
her mum moved in with. She's married. She's got her kids and whatnot. So everyone's always in a couple.
Okay, to be honest, and I've seen this with my mum, is like
Oh, they drag it.
they'll just comment on everything as it pertains to like parenting and things like that, right? So it's like, let's say my sister has a newborn, right? So it's like, anytime my sister's holding this newborn, who's her second child, right? So she's done this once before successfully. You know what I mean? The first one's still around. My mom would just be like, oh, be careful, her neck. Oh, be careful, the way you're holding her. And my sister's just like, bro, like, I'm going home now.
Yeah.
Like, you know? Like it's too much.
It's been
It's
30
too much.
minutes, yeah.
They comment on every single
is- that
thing.
is
And it's like as
true.
if you're the source of all the knowledge as it comes to this topic,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's like, I can see how that gets pretty annoying. It's like, and then, oh, why are you out late? Why are you this? So it's, and it's like, bro, you're living in my house.
You came to me.
Yeah,
and I
like,
think-
that's just, I get it.
Yeah. And
No
I
matter
think
how
parents,
good the relationship
and I think parents will always continue to be parents.
Their parents,
For sure.
I know, it's not
For
their
sure.
fault.
Regardless, as if you're 15, 25, 35,
Yeah.
they'll always be worried about the same thing.
Sure.
You know, you come home, you're staying over. It doesn't matter what it is. They always going to try to parent you.
Yeah.
You know, rather than going, you know what, that's your method. That's your method. That doesn't really. If they disagree with your method, they're gonna say, that's wrong, right?
mad, bro.
And I think that's where the disconnect sort of happens. But people hating that, huh?
Bro, like, I mean, she
Again,
constantly, when it finally happened and they got Mumsy a crib,
Celebration party.
bro,
I hear it. though.
praising from the rooftops. I said, come on, that's Mumsy.
no,
Yeah.
but that part I kind of hear it.
I knew. High key, you might have to take a holiday.
Just to get away.
Bro, but it's like, you're doing up second mortgage just because we need to get Mumsy out, bro.
Okay, well, put
Yeah,
yourself
but to be
in the
fair,
shoes.
she's
Put yourself in the shoes. Would you? Yeah, exactly.
No, I really like it.
Huh?
I would like
You
it.
like it for 2.5 days, bro.
Yeah.
Now my mom does drag it, but it's the same one I always talk about. Like, okay, whenever we go over to the house, my mom's
Okay.
always trying to make me take food. I'm like, "Mom, relax, we've
Okay.
got munch, but
I
really
was gonna say, I feel like the way you make it work is you've got to give them
rolls.
a role in the house. So,
So the
hey,
cook.
mom, like every day we need food.
You contribute to this ship.
That half of the house is
No,
yours to clean.
stop.
You didn't go to Mamara Meats, mums. What do you mean, bro? We need
They're
munch
moving,
tonight.
by the way.
You guys are
You're what?
Yeah, they are. They're
They're
shut
moving.
down for now.
Oh, I
They're-
thought you said we're moving. I said you.
No.
you
No,
just
they're
did.
moving.
What's going on again, bro? Yeah, man. But I was like,
The couples I get, but the individuals I don't get.
an individual.
As in, like,
Oh,
you're not
live at home?
married. You're
Nah,
not,
if I move out, oh wait,
Good.
What? So when I'm
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
individual?
yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the scenario is. I was just talking about if it's a married couple that they have to live with their parents, them hating that experience. I can
Something's in the way of
I
us.
yeah, I can sort of understand. I can sort of understand. It's not so much that they hate their parents. I don't think it's
an
about hating their
inconvenience.
parents. I think inconvenience, and I think it's like there's a disconnect in terms of how we want to do our relationship, how we don't do things
Yeah.
as well. But as the individuals, like you're not married, it's just you, but you're hating that. That's where I'm like, okay, there's a conversation there.
True, because I can imagine also like it's the fact your parents are watching if you're in a couple, right? And it's like, let's say, especially with the ethnics, where it's like, let's say you get home and as the guy, it's like you've cooked 3 nights this week, and now you're just seeing your mom go, oh, he cooks a lot.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that
They're
kind
gonna
of
have something
judgment
to
where it's
say.
like just shush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll definitely have something to say. Yeah.
When you say individual, are you
Yeah,
saying
I
someone
want
who's
more-
moved back home,
Exactly. Or your
or
parents
they've
moved into your
parents
space.
into their crib?
No, I was just talking about it in general where it's like people hating the experience of like living with their parents, and then now they want to get out of there. But also very interesting. I watched this skit a couple of days ago where it was just like this girl and her parents having dinner, and then the parents are trying to kick her out of home. We'll be supporting you. I think it's time for you to get your own place. Start taking care of yourself, finances, those sort of things. But it's also a very real thing that actually happens that I never experienced it. I don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
People that I'm
I
cozy.
don't know if ethnic parents ever do.
Yeah.
They never kick you out.
They do.
They don't really kick you out, but it's also a very common thing that happens where parents are saying, hey, like, you're of age now. You actually got to move out. But for me, I always find that weird because it's like, they're not married. I always thought you leave the house when you're get
married,
married.
yeah.
The night before.
The night before, or if you need to move out to be closer to work studies, doesn't matter. Like if your university is 2.5 hours away, you actually need to go there. Then that makes sense. But the situation where
Just move out. Just
there's
because.
really no reason, and your parents are actually trying to kick you out, that's what I didn't get.
That's
I
mad.
hear
That's
it,
the
I
one. It's
hear it.
like, yeah.
I love the reverse exodus that's been happening too of all the friends that we know that like maybe it was right after COVID.
It's called a homecoming.
Oh, homecoming.
They want to all move back home.
Yeah, when they all moved back home, bro. Everybody back home now, man.
Those prices shot up.
That's
bro.
because of the
Wasn't worth it.
finances, man.
But that's what I'm saying, because
That's
obviously
just
everyone,
finances.
right after COVID, were able to,
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
dipping out, and then now it's all happening. Fam, people are starting to realize, like, there's the good side that they realize again, but everyone's locking back in of like, bro, I remember why the heck I did
That's the
this in
thing, yeah.
first
Everyone
place.
says once you move out, you cannot move back in with like family or with people. Like
My
just
sisters
having your
don't
space.
remember me being in the house anymore, like, genuinely.
That makes sense.
It's a distant memory. I said, what the heck? Like, they don't remember that I ever
That you
lived
were
in this
living
house.
there.
Feels like you've been out of here for
Crazy.
It feels like a minute
like,
for me now.
feels like 8 years, bro.
You know why though? It's because of the halfway home you
The
have.
little halfway
Yeah,
home, like,
that's
that sounds crazy. That sounded like I came back from rehab.
That is
It's a little halfway home
You've been out
situation,
for a
man.
while.
This is again on the parents' chat, yeah? If your parents had to choose your partner for you,
Yeah.
so we had no choice, this was going to be an arranged situation, do you think they would choose who you're with? Or do you think you'd be happy with the choice that they give? Or the choice they make? So if you're, you know your parents, if they had to choose who you'd be with, do you think you'd be happy with that choice from the Reds?
Definitely not.
Damn it.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
if my parents were to choose, it would be like, honestly, if they could, they would go to the village and get someone from there. But like genuinely, I don't think they would be able to. He wouldn't be Nigerian, that's for sure. He would not be. He would not be. Just because they're not around Nigerians enough,
be
you know,
able
to
to-
be
Yeah.
like,
I like
okay,
it,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, so that's
we
your
like
preference.
this type of thing. Sorry,
What? Okay. Yeah.
but yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't even know if they like knew what my taste was or like what I was interested in.
Like, do you
to
think
be
you can
able
trust
to
your
choose?
rents?
Nah, I don't think so. Definitely not.
I trust the rest. I
I wouldn't
remember
have.
about 4 years ago, my mom was like, she was very serious about it. It's like, hey, you know, funny thing, she's like, I don't care if it was someone or not. Like, it's almost like she didn't, maybe she didn't know,
Don't want to acknowledge.
but she was just like,
I've got
hey,
someone
I got someone for you two, like myself
Yeah, it was your brother.
and my middle brother. And they're like, and I was like, Mom, no, like, you know, I don't want this. I want to find my own love, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, Carlos, please listen.
Bro, we sound so stupid to them.
I know, Mom, I want to be happy. Mom, I want to know her. I want to take her
I
on
want
a
to get
date.
to know. Oh, gosh.
Right? And
Wasn't
then-
your brother actually on this? Though?
Yeah. And then my mom, and then it's like, fuck. My mom gave up on me. She's like, you know what? I know you're not gonna do this. So go find your love. If you can't find him, I'll come back to me. But go. And it's like, oh, Nando, come here. You know, I want you. I got someone for you. I'm talking to my friend. Consider it. Nando's like, no. And then the next day, mom was like, fine.
Bro.
The next day, she's like, Nando, come.
That is so funny.
Look at this photos. And I was like, wait, hold on. Like I said, hold on.
He trusted the
Let me
process.
see that. And then you see me over there, it's like, yeah, I was like,
Mama was joking.
which one did you
Forget the
have?
dates, man.
Mom, which one did you have for me though? Which one?
Madness.
Yeah, so you know, I guess for my brother, it's safe to say my mom got good taste.
Oh, that's good.
That's
What do you think?
This is hard.
Because like, what do you think your
If
parents?
my mom's picking an Arabic girl, no,
if your mom, you don't trust her.
I don't.
Who do you think
If
she's
my
gonna
mom
pick?
was picking like a girl of like the people I hang out with,
Around
yes.
you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, with the Arabic girl and you not trusting her choice there?
Yeah.
Do you think it would have probably?
She doesn't prioritize looks.
no.
Hey,
She prioritizes family.
Oh, okay. Like the dynamic
No,
of
no,
the
no, no,
Like
family.
the dynamic of their family.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I hear that.
makes sense though.
Yeah,
It makes sense
No,
for
no,
her.
it makes
Like,
sense for her.
Yeah.
This is what it is. My mom, she'll pick with herself in mind.
yeah.
Like I like the parents.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I would have
So
a
you have
friend.
to,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's like that happens so much for us. Where it's like the in-laws become friends.
Yes.
Like they
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
every
yeah.
wedding together. They hang out
course.
together. And so it's like I get that, but it's like
She's making
I
an
don't want
investment for
someone that
herself.
looks like a croc, bro.
a croc
Damn, bro.
and not the crocodile.
Yeah, no, the shoes, rubber shoes.
You learn to love him, man.
God, you learn to love.
Impossible.
But yeah, I agree with that. I think I don't think I would necessarily
Yeah.
agree with the decision because I think they don't really look at it as, you know, would they would
You don't think of fulfillment
Yeah,
and satisfaction
yeah.
and all this
oh
stuff.
her personality is good, so
It's
my
aligned
son,
with
him.
my son would like that. My son is a funny guy.
A twinkle in her
They
eye,
would
bro.
do this. I think it's just more of, you know, she'd be a good wife.
Yeah.
And whatever is a good wife is
Good mom.
is in
That's
their
good
mind
enough, you
is
know?
someone that will respect the husband, someone
Yeah,
that will
yeah,
look
yeah.
after the home,
Motherly.
and that's full stop.
Yeah.
As well.
I'm wondering what my rents would do, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say with yours.
I don't know if I can trust them or not. I think my mom can tell when someone's pretty things. So I can.
Yeah, no, same. My
I
mom
know,
knows it's
obviously.
but when it
The way I
comes
said
to
that's
yeah. When it comes to picking, it's not like that's in top 5.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
top
yeah.
priority. Yeah.
I think again they will probably look at family first, but not even necessarily from the lens of the link up situation. I think that would be nice. That'll be a bonus. But probably just in terms of like, what are you marrying into? What are you attaching to now? Our family and bringing into our space, your whatever, the rest of your life kind of stuff. But I think I can trust my mum to bring someone pretty. But my dad, I don't know about that.
I think he cares.
Yeah. He's not gonna give a damn.
He doesn't care enough.
He's not gonna care about the looks whatsoever. That I think, this is honestly.
Nigerian though? I reckon you're
I was about to blow up that whole spot on the I don't know about the Nigerian part. I think my parents would have probably. It could have been
Sophie.
It could have been anyone. I think. Also because I think they're around a lot of different types of people themselves, especially my dad. So it could have probably been anyone. But oh man, I'm just thinking like, yo, if we had that
One thing about my mom,
situation,
One thing about my mom is that I've seen that, especially growing up, when she would see me around friends a lot, she was always able to pick out who I like.
in terms of like
Into who I was interested in.
Yeah, right.
And she'd be like, oh, what about this girl? She's cute. But it's like, how do you know? I know she's
it's so weird, bro. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to clock on like that for my kids, bro.
I will.
How?
I think I will.
I think so.
I feel like as a
You get to
man,
know
you
your
just don't
kid's
need to have that
personality.
conversation.
I bet. Calm. All right, never mind.
Why
Never
not?
mind then.
Wait, why not?
Like, okay, like think about it this way. My mom used to be like, oh, what about this girl? She's sweet, whatnot. Fair. If my dad said that, it's like,
Chatty patty.
she's a kid. Go away.
To be fair, it's always the mothers that's having this
Yeah, like your dad
conversation.
doesn't want to have
The
that
pops is just in
conversation.
the back like, hey man.
with the children,
You come to
man.
me.
House
ready for that.
school.
Yeah. The dad is just on a different vibe.
Bro,
But I think ultimately they would always bring a good person
Yeah.
Yes.
at heart. But I just think outside of that,
good person doesn't
that's
always
the way
come
it
with
could
everything
go.
else.
I think
Yeah.
parents always choose what's gonna definitely be stable.
Yeah, 100%.
They always like suggest what's gonna be stable, which is because that's what they're worried about is like income and like
Quality of
temperament
family.
and
Yeah.
quality of family, all this stuff that won't make your life hard, but it won't make your life great either. You know,
Hey,
I'm not
maybe-
fulfilled. What?
That's how we bring
have a kid.
What? Yeah. What's
right.
What's this fulfillment?
That might be the way we bring love and inject love back into here, man. We need to bring back the arrangement. Wasn't Raven trying to start this campaign of arranged
Arranged
marriages again?
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
To be fair, man, I don't fully disagree with how people were getting married.
No,
At a certain stage, they were literally just looking at duties and compatibility. Full stop.
yeah.
And I was talking to shout out to He's probably listening to this as well. We had a really deep conversation around people getting married based on love and based on compatibility. And when we look at a lot of not so much our generation, but our parents and
A lot of it's compatibility,
A lot of them is compatibility, which is why now when you observe certain families or observe certain relationships, you can see not so much that there's love there,
Yeah.
right? What I mean by love, like, I think there's certain places where you can look at like that. There's love there.
Like the enjoyment of
The
being together
enjoyment
is
is
very
there.
evident. Yeah.
When they go places, they go together. They at this age they will still go and have dinner together. They'll still do things together, right? And then there's ones where you can tell that they got married based on compatibility. Now, again, nothing wrong with it, but compatibility just means that we work well together
Yeah.
to raise a family.
Yeah.
Full stop. You
I
know,
wonder
so-
how do you have that, but then not the love get sprinkled in too? I feel like, bro,
I think love gets sprinkled along the way, but I don't.
because
There's like a cap though.
No, but if I've got someone that we run this ship militant, as in like the operation of this family is impeccable. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm falling in love with you.
Yes.
This is why I could never be an actor or something, bro.
No, but also
I'll fall
how
in
much-
love with my wife on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like what that kiss was sealed it.
But
You
the
get
thing
me?
is, your base is not love. So I think we spoke about it before. Where it's like when you get up in the morning, you're like, I choose to love this person, right? They're not really waking up to say, I choose to love this person.
See, Daniel and I were talking about this yesterday. How much can you choose to love someone? Like how much can or grow to love someone? Like if there almost is this random chemical that says I like this person and I'm gonna choose to love them more time. But it's like if that doesn't exist already in in the way you view this person, how much can you constantly just go,
Choose
yeah, I
to
love them, I
you.
love them, I love them,
That
and
sounds like
actually,
torture. Yeah.
it does sound like
Yeah, it
torture.
does,
Exactly,
yeah.
it does sound like torture. Like, yeah, like I don't know, man. It's kind of
hear
tricky.
you.
But that's the thing. I
That
don't think they're saying it because they can't actually say it.
frick.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like they can't. Like what I mean by that is one of A, it's like you're choosing to love this person because you actually love the person. Do you get what I mean? B, it's like if you're got married based on compatibility, you don't have the mindset of saying I choose to love this person. But I think along the way, love can sort of be sprinkled along the way.
Sprinkled.
Do you
It's a
get what
good
I'm saying?
basis for it, though. If you're compatible and you're
Hey, to
running a
be
great
fair-
operation,
Hey man, compatibility goes a long way.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't know if love is what is really meant to out here be sustaining.
Because the thing is,
Because that love can fizzle out, bro.
That's the
And
point.
now the whole operation
That's-
is disheveled.
because
the
of
kids are
mess
going
of
late
love.
to school.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We're missing birthdays. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You
but
need the operation.
You
to
need
be
the
tight,
operation.
man.
Sure.
I do think the formula is both,
Honestly,
love
yeah.
and compatibility, but also, it's crazy saying this, but I think if you look at what just works, full stop, it might be compatibility.
That's so interesting. Man.
You know what I mean?
We need to do some wide scale surveys on this one.
But I think fulfillment is love.
Look good, man.
No, hey, fulfillment, like for you to feel fulfilled
Yeah.
in like life and what's going on.
Yeah.
You feel
Love
that
comes
based
in, yeah.
on love,
I
not
think-
compatibility.
Yeah, I think we're in such a different era of choosing a partner and things like that. And like, you're saying like you don't disagree with, for example, the way they were picking and things. And it's like, I think prior to globalization and, intermingling of cultures and races and all that kind of stuff, 100% made sense. Like, our parents got married off compatibility, right? Like, a lot of people's parents got married off compatibility. And it made sense because, like, everything else is, what's the word? Like, the variables aren't changing, right? There's a lot of controls here, right? So it's like one race, one
right.
cultural background, one religion, one language, one all this kind of stuff. And so then it's like, you're already on the pillars, you're compatible,
Yeah.
right? We're in such a different space and time and all this kind of stuff. And then add on top of it, because of the side of the world that we live in, it's like, we were talking about this recently, where it's like, we, like men, right? We want things like date night
Okay.
as men.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, okay, right.
Our mums never considered date, like, you know what I mean? Like, they were never like, oh, I need date night,
Yeah.
right? It's like, that wasn't a big kind of topic. But it's like, here we are where we're like, bro, I'd feel a type of way if like date night gets cancelled 3 weeks in a row.
Something
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Babe.
Like, so it's such a different
It is
dynamic where it's like, date night isn't necessarily about being with someone compatible. You
That's
said
the
you
love.
only miss date night because of, hey, yo, bro, you're my person. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy being around you.
Like,
Whatnot.
let's do
It's like,
fun, spontaneous.
Bro, that's what, you know what it is? Okay. Yeah. And maybe that's why relationships are really mashed up these days. There's not been a smooth transfer of knowledge
yes.
from generations, right? Because the same pressures that we are wrapping our heads around, if we talk about globalization and social media is the biggest part of this, and we don't give it enough.
Yeah.
You know? The same pressures that we are facing in terms of navigating relationships with that, they are also now having those pressures come into their world, into their relationship. Like, not as impactful as it is for us, but it's present, right? But they have got the strong basis of having done this for so long without that they can navigate it. But then now the only, there's a lot of things that stay true throughout the course of history and time and whatnot, but the only knowledge that they can be able to transfer on is from their timeline, is from their experience and their era, yeah? But what we have now is a whole
different,
new
completely
landscape that,
different.
the transfer of
The
knowledge
disconnect
is
is
mash-
heaps.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
the disconnect is massive. And it's like, it's not parents' fault, it's not kids' fault. It's, yeah. Like, my dad was chatting to me about this time ago, and he was saying, he's like, he's like, for him, he's like, I think my worldview is 75% Middle Eastern and 25% Western, and yours is 25% Middle Eastern and 75%
Yeah.
Western. And he's like, we've just got to communicate in that 50% crossover
yeah.
and try and,
to sort of.
you know what I mean? Like,
carve out a new
a new thing
understanding
that
of
works
this.
for us.
Bro, this is what I used to butt with my parents about so much. My dad would just tell me, shut up. It's like, I'd be like, shout out to Popsy, obviously. But it'd be like, I'd say things around, you just don't understand, like, this, it's a new world now, like, and this is in so many different realms, whether it be the uni education,
Relational
side of
finances,
things, relational
education, yeah.
I was just like, yo, it's a new world, like,
Yes.
what you're speaking
Relax,
from,
Aladdin.
what you're speaking from, it doesn't
It doesn't apply.
It doesn't. Not that it doesn't apply, but it doesn't translate as smoothly as you think.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
My dad would just be like, "What are you talking about? Like I've been young
lived,
too."
yeah.
Like, Daddy, you have not been young like me.
You haven't, no, you haven't been young here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's a different world,
bro.
man.
There's some stuff that you say out loud sounds childish to them. You know, I think that
Mom, I want to love her.
Yeah, bro. That
We're waiting for
Bro.
kids.
it's in terms of emotions, and you know, you guys experience love in terms of emotions. Like that's heavy, right? But for them, it's like, wait, what the heck? Like,
That's so
Bro,
rude.
high key, like none of them know what a breakup is.
bro.
Hey, none of them have been there at
Like-
dinner with their friends, reading a paragraph on the phone, and thinking, "I'm gonna freaking lose it."
Bro,
None of them have to sit in front of the desk, bro. And you just came up a heated
bro,
chat,
there's
bro.
things they'll never understand. Mom, my relationship's on the line. Like, what? What is that?
Yeah, facts. And then
They said-
sit in the back and tell you, "Go make shy."
Yeah. Bro,
Damn.
I don't understand
That's
where it's
great.
like-
That's hilarious.
bro.
They actually, my parents didn't have any.
Yeah,
didn't have
but no,
none.
but like, yeah, because I think my parents had other people that they were interested.
But even
in.
the ways that
but the way it wasn't a breakup, bro. It was just like, we're not gonna get married.
It's like, well, okay.
Yeah, no,
it's-
it was literally okay. I guess we're not gonna get married.
Separate ways. Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, that's what are you talking about?
Nah, that's
This.
different, bro.
Did all of your parents have you guys at this age?
What are you talking
Nah,
about?
mine were a little bit older.
Oh yeah, you did mention.
Or
that.
our age that we
Yeah,
are now.
our age.
My
yours did,
parents
yeah.
were this age, yes.
Yeah.
I would mind 27.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy
They were younger
stuff,
than you.
man.
Huh?
They were younger than me?
Oh no, they were your age. Yeah, when
They were my age, yeah. Yeah, I messed up, obviously. Yeah. My mom's angry. It's fine. I don't care. Because I think even, I was going to say maybe my grandpa.
Because your grandfathers, bro. If you have a kid right now, you could have 4 generations. in
I
one
know, and I
photo.
really want to,
Just have the
I wanna
photo.
take
Just,
that.
hey, next time you go to
Cool.
Nigeria, just pull a random baby and take the photo. And then tell your kid that was
Bro,
you.
that was
You
you.
don't know, bro.
This was you. Dad, I'm
I'm
the
looking at
age
his
doesn't match up.
Hey,
When you
no,
went.
that was you.
Oh, man.
So how do we communicate this? Like, how do we bridge that gap?
I don't think we need
Yeah, I don't know if you need
Nah, I
we
think
need a
like,
kumbaya with
Understanding,
each
how does
other.
it work? Or how do we? How
that's
do we?
hard. That's hard.
Because you're talking about that transition wasn't really done properly.
I think we have understanding parents, so we're in a bit of a. It's different from what I hear. A lot of people have to, like, they try to talk to the parents, and it's extremely brick wall. Like, we have parents that actually will sit down and converse and continue to like have these convos, and then we actually end up somewhere. We end up at that 50%. But honestly, for a lot of people that I know around me, their parents, there's no parents. Some parents don't see nuance.
Yes.
Nor do they have patience or temperament. Like, it's just mad.
It's crazy.
So I don't even know if that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it actually has to be around this generation taking the knowledge that we've seen, like whatever bits and pieces we've seen, and then coming together of like, what do we think? But the issue is now.
But the thing is, you need the support of the parents for certain things, right? And so they also need to be on board with a lot of things. And those are like, yeah.
Wiggle your way, Carlos.
Patreon.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like, there's still a lot of things where it's like, yeah, we understand. It's like, I'm trying to make you understand as well.
You know,
And it's like, I need you guys to be here
Yeah.
in order for us to proceed. If it doesn't matter what it is, obviously, relationship, marriage,
Career, all
a
that
big
stuff,
one
bro.
is always like, I get it,
yeah.
but come over here so you can understand what this could go.
I think the thing is, I think all migrants, to be honest, most migrants really come from a place where you're like respecting your parents is very important, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think we should ever lose that.
yeah. But I think
But what happens is that oftentimes it's like if I'm gonna make a decision that's me-centric, it's instantly seen as disrespect by the
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
And that needs to change. Where it's like, because like I remember talking about that. I hit him with the Trump card one time where he was like, we're going something, whatnot. And he was like, you know, like, 'cause I was saying like, not everything in life is about making my parents happy. Right? And it's a weird conversation
it's
to
for
talk
you.
to your parents about. And he's like,
That's a great
and
conversation.
my mom's going like, no, like,
You're
it
wilding
kind of
out,
is.
yeah?
Like, it is really important to make your
Did
parents
she start
happy.
rolling on the floor or anything, get dramatic
Bro,
or what?
it's so annoying. And then I told her, I was like, to be honest, you didn't make your parents happy when you left the country.
Well, McLeasy.
Silence.
He said,
Silence. All of them went silent.
Well.
Like we had to. I'm like, I get it. It was different dynamic, but your brothers didn't do that. The decision you
Stayed
made,
back.
right? And it's like, you realize, like, even for them, they got to a point in that one monolithic culture and all this kind of stuff where it's like, even in their life, they're like, I have to prioritize my life.
Yeah. Bro, this is the thing, man.
Facts. Yeah,
because and you're talking about this on your parents type of vibe, and I think obviously from us in the Christian background that stems from even like biblically as well, of like on your parents. But bro, I think a lot of parents don't read other parts where it says parents don't provoke your children to anger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think,
and that's what I say, bro. Parents, if parents don't try to ultimately seek the best for you, the honor part is a bit shaky sometimes. Then
there's
a two-part, you know.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. It's and I think for me when I observe around community and what's going on, it's like this person trying to communicate with their parents, and then later on if something happens to the young person, like I can't say that I'm surprised based on what's happened, right? Because they've tried to communicate, and then all you did was shut them down because there's no support in whatever it is they're trying to do. And then before you know it, they spiral, they go off doing whatever it is that they do. They stop talking to their parents. It's like when we look at how do we get here, it's because there was no support from the parents in the decision that they want to make. Regardless of how much they disagree with us, I was like, hey, I want to go to London, I want to go study for 2 years, I want to go do this, I want to do that. The parents like, nah. It's like, all right, cool. And then shuts down that idea.
You know,
Or even the idea is not shut down. Kids go ahead and do things, but now there's no backing.
There's no backing.
Safety net's been actually removed or pulled away sometimes, kind of thing.
And I think that's the worst thing, to be able to do something that you had a conversation with your parents, but they still disagree, but you still want to really do it, so you still go off and do it.
Yeah.
That's a very hard one.
That I told you so is waiting. If anything goes wrong or right in that situation, that I told you so is there, ready in their pocket, bro. To come out.
It's hard.
So it's a very weird thing to try to navigate.
It's a tough dynamic. It's a really tough dynamic.
Yeah. Because I think you're right. I think especially in our community, the whole thing of like respect your parents, but sometimes like when you try to have a conversation, it's like, wait, this is just a conversation. This is not me disrespecting because I'm just having a conversation, providing my opinion in terms of how I want to go about certain things.
High key,
You're not
bro.
allowed that.
Respect your kids too.
Oh, of course.
that's
Should
not
go both ways.
Respect your kids, because
bro.
like a lot of these conversations, like the child is not respected in the way, and it's like we're saying child here, but it's like a 24-year-old going like, hey, you know, I've really looked into my career and whatnot, and I think like a year in Canada is really going to help me. And they're like, shut up, idiot. What do you want to do Canada for?
The thing is that you're not dealing with a 14-year-old, you know, you're actually dealing with a grown adult. So I think there's definitely need to be like, I may disagree with your approach, but my support is there. And I think as a parent, I think that's like the ultimate. Probably when I look like, what is it like? You know, a good parent. It's literally that. It's like I may disagree, but I will support.
Yeah, I think this is something that I've learned in my own experiences, to be honest, where it's like when parents push back too hard, you do everything to prove them wrong, and then if what you try to prove them wrong on doesn't go right,
Identity crisis comes out.
It almost becomes a I told you so from their end, or you're like, I can feel that you guys are internally celebrating, right? And as opposed to like, if my parents were able to just sit me down and go, hey, this point is why I think what you're doing won't work.
Yeah.
However, go for it, right? If you really think this could work, whatever, go for it. Try, why not? Regardless, gonna support you.
Yeah.
I honestly think I might have not pushed into certain things as hard as I did, right?
Yeah,
and like pursued them for as long as or whatnot. Like, because then it's just like, there's nothing to prove wrong here.
Yeah.
It's just like we had a conversation at a good level, and now there's not this thing in the back of my mind because there's a competitive nature or whatever that's like, I have to win almost.
Yeah. Because I think that I told you so is crazy. So I think for parents, that's also a difficult thing to try to address. So let's just say, hey, I disagree with your partner. I don't like who she is. I don't like this. I don't like that. And then you end up breaking up with your partner for whatever reason. It's something completely different. Now they have two choices. They can either come to you and say, "Hey, I told that was never gonna work."
Just say, yeah.
You know, I don't know why you thought I was gonna work. Right? She's 3 years older than you. Blah 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 blah. Or they can come and say, "Hey, it's all good. You know, these things happen. Da da da. All that kind of stuff."
That's the thing for parents. They're probably trying to avoid that because if something does go wrong, your parents are the ones who
That you come to.
majority of the time they have to pick up the pieces and help you rebuild your life. Let's say it is you pack up everything here, you move somewhere to follow a dream, and you know they see that, hey, we've given you all of these lists as to why it's not going to work,
And now you're being stubborn.
and now you're being stubborn. You're like, I'm going. When you come back, where are you going to go?
Bro, without
Obviously, you're
get-
coming
yeah.
back to our house.
Without getting into even some details, we know someone where she went away. It's hard. Stuff happened, whatever. And the open arms that I've seen these parents have for her.
Yep.
Because the first thing that came to my mind was like, are you not? It's not even anger, especially if there's like actually very traumatic things that have now happened to this individual.
Yeah.
It's not even anger out of silliness from the child, but there's something hurt of like,
Oh, of course.
yeah, how could you do this to yourself, kind of thing?
Yeah.
How could you, put yourself in a situation?
How could you
where
put yourself in a
things could
situation? It's like based on everything that I've given you and taught you and shown you. How could you still go and put yourself in this situation? And that isn't what they do, but they instead like just come.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Take
That's
it away.
crazy,
As they should,
That
though.
part
As
parents
they
should.
should.
yeah, we know that it's techie.
It's fine, don't say who, but
I can say it off this. We can blur it out.
oh yeah,
Daughter,
oh
yeah.
bro, it's serious
right.
situation, bro.
Oh.
Yeah,
Write that freaking down.
yeah. But okay, so
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, this is where I go like prodigal son type thing,
Bro,
where it's like for the kid, I cannot, like I'm gonna have to apologize to these parents and this and that, whatnot, and the dad's just like, hey, just come here, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Gotta embrace them.
yo,
like.
we
And that's hard. It is hard. And I think then like the parents are still human, you know what I mean? It's like, and there probably is some of those conversations after it's like, yo, like look at the situation we're in now, like all this kind of stuff, whatnot. But
That's why I'm surprised there's still no like proper parenting course for people. Like parenting is not easy. Like it's actually not easy. There's so much.
you're right. I think there's
stuff.
not enough of older age kids
Yeah.
parenting older age. There's a lot of like, this is how you breastfeed and this is how you
Exactly.
sleep
Yeah,
manage
yeah,
and this is
yeah.
how you
All
but
the
it's like,
technicalities
this is how
of
you
that.
deal with your 14-year-old being a dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, literally. This is how you deal with them being in groups in schools, sending stuff between each other.
Yeah.
Like how to handle it as parents,
Yeah.
all that type of thing.
I don't know. Do you think the reason why that's not there because it's mostly ethnic communities that deal with this more than anyone else?
talk to me. Keep going.
Deal
because-
with what exactly?
Like with what you said, like this parenting thing,
hear you.
because this stems more of the cultural, traditional thing.
This goes into what we were talking about a little bit yesterday as well. We were saying how I'm not going to generalize, but I'm going to have to. Like
Still.
a lot of Caucasian or white families that I know, and I'm not even now because I'm just saying like even Australian in terms of like true blue Aussie, yeah. The parents will have opinions and
yeah.
principles that maybe they've lived their life by, but they don't enforce those on the children.
Ultimately,
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
They let the children
You know
kind
what
of
it is?
do,
They let the children lead their life.
yeah,
Yeah.
with rarely ever even a chastisement or an
Yeah,
intervention either. This is just what I've seen. Yeah? Hey, come and beat me up if it's just because I've only seen it maybe in my area and maybe, I don't know, they're really good in Queensland. Who knows? But from what I've seen, the parents don't try to...
They're very
Encourage-
accepting in terms of like they may have a
Anything.
preference, partner preference, this preference. However,
I know
if you bring-
I'll
yeah.
struggle with this though.
But if you bring someone home, come, let's understand you.
Because when you say like, okay, maybe like people from like our culture...
Easy. Hey, hello. I'm the dad. Nice to meet
Bro,
you. I'm the mom.
Did I have a situation where I'm like, bro, you know the girl for 2 weeks? Yeah, parents invited me over for dinner. We had a good chat. I said, damn.
Crazy.
Because I don't want to now lean into the thing of like, oh, maybe there's a lot more care and love that
in the whites.
no, as in
Caucasian.
care in terms of
I mean,
like
the ethnics.
Yeah, but it also probably stems from a bad
It
place.
does.
Like
it
stems,
does. It stems from community.
It stems
doesn't-
from but maybe it stems from not wanting to be judged by community.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want success in your
There is-
family.
bro, there's a balance.
There's a balance.
There's a
there,
balance
yeah.
somewhere. You take the best of both, and you recreate your own culture. And community. But it's like, because there's a point where it's like sometimes I look at certain things, I'm like, yeah, no, my kid will never have a one night stand under my roof. Impossible. Because I'm gonna judge you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like, because I'm worried about your safety. It's like, what are you doing in your life
are you
where you can
doing?
just bring a random over? And then it's like, you hear stories from some of your friends in uni, and you're like, yeah, I don't know if that's really lit, bro, to be honest. Like, maybe early 20s, like very early, or like late teens, you're like, oh, it's cool, your parents let you do anything.
Yeah.
But it's like,
But as you get older,
you're like, your parents kind of bad parents, bro. Like, you know? Like, or even like, just, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna do free, what's it called? The free climbing kind of stuff.
Ah, yeah,
No one's warning you. Like,
Yeah,
hey, that maybe,
yeah.
maybe, you know, do normal rock climbing with a harness.
with a harness.
They're like, oh, he wants to explore the world.
Sailing, bro. Indoors.
Probably doing that right now.
God.
Or where's just, I don't know, he hasn't called in 3 weeks.
Look at this guy.
Brother, he's in 2D at the bottom of Grand Canyon.
Alright, it hasn't called in 3 weeks,
Fuck,
man.
man. But yeah, that's why I'm not. Yeah, that I think the whole parenting thing is very very different for this group versus this group. I think we experience it because I think from an ethnic background, you know, again the respect element is so
Massive.
important. It goes
Massive.
deep, and you can't talk back. You can't do this. You barely room for conversations.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say,
Yeah, I
man,
think
we're all
it's challenges.
gassed though. We're so proud of ourselves, man. We're like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, bro. I'm telling you what, man, these kids are gonna really pack us up. Man. These kids are really gonna pack us up.
I'm gonna be the exact same as my dad. The exact same.
Like everyone always talks about this, but there's that one moment when you're like, I have just
You
done exactly
turning
what my
into your
parents.
parents.
Oh, I've started seeing it in my own life. Forget parenting, just certain things. I'm like, oh, I'm this guy's son. I'm his son, bro. Like, there's.
But
no
you
doing
like
it.
it. Because you like the
Bro,
qualities
no,
of your
I
dad.
almost took a photo of them today because I was standing next to each other. It was just like, oh my
father,
gosh,
like
man, this is dad.
Yeah. Nah,
It was from the back too. I was like, this is it. Yeah, hey, yo.
I never
Okay,
talk
guys,
about my
come
dad
on.
like that.
We're having a good run.
For real, man.
Yeah.
Like, you really think you're gonna kill it? I think though, there's a constant evolution within each society. Like exactly what you're saying is the balance. Everything, the environment changes, so you literally have to change the way things move as well. So you take a little piece, a little that. It's evolution constantly, man. It's mad, bro. God bless us, man.
Bless us.
Are we doing this game then, man?
Yeah, what's the
Great.
game?
Let's do it.
Top 3. We got the top 3 most expensive movies of all time. So the top 3 most expensive movies to create of all time.
Okay.
Okay, top 3 most expensive films of all time. This is in terms of production cost, right? I want to hear what your answers are.
Chief camera operator. I've got Avatar 2, number 1. Endgame, and then Avatar, the first one, number 3.
I got the exact
Honorable
same
mention
list.
Sinners, just because shout out to them.
How expensive do you think Sinners was?
I don't know, shout out to
Yeah.
Ryan
Sinners
Coogler,
is-
bro. Nah.
Very normal budget.
No, I'm
Oh,
just,
you just wanted to
just
shout
shouting
him
him out,
out.
bro. Yeah, Ryan Coogler.
So I was checking how many avatars there are, and apparently there's 3. The most recent one, I think it was a lot of AI, isn't there? So it wouldn't be the most expensive. So I said Avatar 1, first one. And that's the Jurassic Park.
I almost had Jurassic Park.
I feel
in mind.
like it might be up there. And then Transformers as well, just because of like cars and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Transformers.
But I know
I have-
this is so off.
I have Avatar 2 as number 1, which is Blue Sky, something like that. Something Sky.
Born in the water, born of the water.
Full of water, yeah. And then I actually got the Avatar 1 as number 2, and then Endgame 3.
Also, we literally have the same list.
Yeah, just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll tell you the nominal amount and the amount adjusted for inflation. as
Okay.
well. All right.
Oh, snap.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So-
changed everything.
Yeah,
What
right.
was
that was
surprising
Avatar
to me
2?
is that in the top 3, nothing is more, under 5 years old.
Nothing
Oh.
is
Nothing
under
is that recent. Okay.
Right.
So
Oh, okay. That
top
makes
5.
sense.
I'll tell you 5 and 4. So number 5 was Avengers: Age of Ultron, 2015.
Wow, 5.
The adjusted amount was $484 million to produce. All right. Number 4, we've got Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker,
I forgot about Star Wars.
2019.
I think of Star Wars as well.
$512 million.
So now here
Adjusted
we
for
are,
inflation.
top 3, huh?
All right, so top 3. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. That's 2011, and it cost $529 million.
What was the expensive part?
That
Bro,
movie
Apparently,
is
it was
expensive.
shot on multiple locations.
Yeah, they
like
shot
heaps of
across-
locations. Yeah.
Far out.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, Jurassic World:
Oh,
Fallen Kingdom.
so it's not Jurassic Park?
I don't think it's
Is
the one
Jurassic
you're thinking
Park
because
even a
there's
movie?
different.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh no!
Wow, so close.
I knew it was one of those. I had to be one.
I didn't know
of
that
those.
was that
Yeah.
expensive.
Oh,
541 million.
Gosh.
Snap says Avatar 1, that's probably
Nah, it's
first.
Avatar 2. That's more expensive.
And the last one is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. 593 million in 2015.
Where's Avatar?
Yeah.
Avatar is one of the highest grossing. It's not
Oh,
that expensive.
oh,
Like,
bro.
let me try to find.
Not that expensive?
Avatar is 21st, 347 million.
What?
Bro, because
Wait,
I know
so
the,
what-
I know the first Avatar was peak
Yeah,
for
no, it's the highest
CGI and
grossing
Oh, but it's
from
also,
at the time at
it's
least.
how long it. Maybe we're conflating how long it took to make it. All
Brother.
of that
because that's
as well.
10 years.
Isn't Star Wars in like one location?
Where? In the
it
galaxy
like-
far, far away,
like-
or what?
I don't know. Isn't it just
Which
in one
location are you
location?
thinking of?
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like in the sand dunes
No,
or something.
you also just got to think like even think of like they've just always had way more
Budget
special
workers?
effects and all that kind of stuff, and the size of the franchise, yeah, it gives it so much budget.
Goodness me.
What was the name of the highest grade? The top one?
Star Wars,
Said Way of the something. No, that's
Because we never watched
The
Star
Force
Wars.
Awakens,
The Force
2015.
Awakens.
I also
Nah.
feel like that was after a decent break or something.
Bro,
maybe.
we sleep on Star Wars, man. I've
Yeah.
tried. No, literally, I literally sleep on Star. I've tried to watch it 4 times
Oh,
from the
bad,
start.
bro.
I fall asleep
Bad.
every time, man. The first time knocks me out every time.
Apparently, it's not apparently like there's a lot of Judeo-Christian like
Yeah. Oh,
themes
no, the
throughout
story
it.
of Star Wars is
Yeah.
based on the story of Jesus.
Yeah.
Like of Luke Skywalker. Sorry.
Crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
same thing in there's another
Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. No, not
That-
Lion
but
Witch.
that's
Sorry,
just- oh, no, but
Chronicles of Narnia.
that does have
Okay,
yeah, but there's
nice.
so many movies that have that hero's journey based on
Yeah.
that.
Well, good
How
and
funny
evil.
is that?
Crazy.
That
Yeah.
concept
Yeah,
of good and
that
evil is
dilemma.
always, heaven and
Bro,
hell.
Goblin,
Yeah.
Goblin's
Yeah,
dirty.
yeah. Storyteller.
Yeah, original creator, man.
Yo.
Original
Yeah.
creator.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I need to try. I need to try Star Wars
I
again.
don't
I just
know
fall
if
asleep.
Star Wars is for me.
But
I
it's
tried
so
Star
good.
Wars.
But you know how there's certain things where you're like, this is so big because I can tell you 10 characters' names, all the stuff, and I've
Without,
never watched
yeah.
it.
I'll
There's
go
some
right now.
things like
You
that.
Go.
Yeah.
You
Luke
can-
Skywalker,
Okay, go. You can say you got 10, bro.
Princess Leia,
Okay.
R2D2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
You know the name, though.
Yeah. He's there.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the guy.
You want to tag me in?
Yeah, okay,
Chewbacca,
that's it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's it.
You already said Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Who's Anakin? Is that
Yeah,
another
yeah,
show?
yeah. Anakin Skywalker.
Is that Anakin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. You didn't even say Yoda yet.
Yoda.
Yeah, bro. Brother.
Yoda did not, I say,
This guy.
because that's how Yoda talks.
Hey.
That's how much I know.
CP30.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Bro,
CP30.
we're actually almost at 10, but look at that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's mad.
It's
You better
impressive.
Sith or something like
Very
that.
impressive.
The Sith,
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever. That's
Bro.
mad.
And it's like cross
We've never
generations.
even tapped in like-
Everybody
Love
knows
it.
Star Wars.
Tell a
man.
lie though, I did watch the animated series back when I was younger.
Okay.
I know, yeah. Sorry. But same thing though. I was thinking about this as well when I was walking, and then I saw someone's something was hanging in their car. It was 9 3/4.
Oh, Harry Potter.
is
Oh, Harry Potter. Bro.
Potter.
Bro.
Again, I know so much of Harry Potter.
I saw that and I was like, oh, I watched Harry Potter.
Lord
yeah.
Farquaad.
Who's that one from? That's Shrek.
That's
What? Don't
No,
care.
Voldemort.
not
What? Are we going again?
Yeah.
Hermione Granger,
All right. Ron.
Ron.
Weasley.
Sirius Black,
Dumbledore.
Professor Snape.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
You
Dobby.
said-
No, not Dobby.
No, that's
No, what's the
Lord of
other
Rings.
one?
Oh,
They're Dobby.
I forgot,
yeah.
man. We're there,
I don't
bro.
know, man.
That's how you know a movie's big.
Oh, Lord of the Rings is Christian. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I don't have no name.
That's
watched
also
that
J.J.
one.
Abrams, isn't it?
I don't know.
Who does a lot of Star Wars.
How,
Maybe
man,
it's-
bro? They've created franchises.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Things that just transcend everything, and like people want to pass on to their kids, almost in the way like the love of sport is passed on. It's like the love of Star Wars or the
It's
love
actually
of
crazy, bro.
Star Trek. Or
I want to instill this sport one as well because this weekend made me realize.
Hold
just
on,
how
before we
beautiful-
get on that,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Cook
what is a show that you watched growing up
that you need to.
that you would happily into that universe to live your life?
Oh, you took it left.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
So, for
I
example,
have an answer.
For example, I would love to spend time with the Ninja Turtles.
In the suits.
Yes.
As a turtle,
Nah,
or just
but
as a
Master
friend?
Shredder, bro.
As
That's
me.
a scary
Tag
man,
him
bro.
along.
Ops. That's
Yeah,
right.
it is.
That's your
Craps,
ops,
bro.
Right. April.
Yeah, but he
Neil.
survives.
I was gonna say, yeah,
he
what about
survives
them,
every
man?
day. He survives every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
that's
sorry,
interesting.
which me? Childhood me or me right now?
Like you right now will still go, yeah, it looks lit.
Okay. Yep. Well, that's a bit weird now. if it's me right now. I was gonna say Codename Kids Next Door. That world where they're at, where they're all just doing up missions or whatever.
That's kind of nice.
But they're kids, so I
Yeah.
can't. Oh no, but they were the teenagers.
Yeah.
So I'm not even a teenager anymore.
You are not.
Episode 1, arrested.
That's it. Episode over.
Oh man. Yeah.
That-
Nice
Kim
little
Possible. I would like to be.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, go along with her on missions.
American
Or be
Dragon
on the
Jake
cruise.
Long is
I was
lit.
thinking that too.
American Dragon Jake Long.
Yeah.
That's just New
Oh,
York
that's-
as well. I think
That I
even.
never
Yeah,
watched.
yeah.
though.
I was in
Oh,
love
that
with
was
Rose,
good.
bro.
That was a good one.
It's crazy, man. Wow, this is how they get you as a black boy when you're younger. Yeah, they show you only the white girls in these cartoons, huh? This the indoctrination, bro. No.
That's funny. That's funny you say that because
Talk to
I'm
me.
pretty sure there was cartoons that had black girls that I was like, I love her.
What's going on over there, man?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. No black heroines in any of the
Yeah.
shows I was watching, man.
What was the one in Arthur's class name?
An
Black
animal.
girl. Yeah, but she was black.
Black girl.
But she was black.
One of the animals.
Like you know how Arthur like you can tell some of them are white, some of them are
Who
black.
do you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Arthur
yeah.
was like? Indian?
Mexican.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
I don't know this black. Oh, I know the black girl you're talking about
Yeah.
now. No, she's not even a
I
girl,
don't
bro.
have to see. A mouse?
done, man.
Or what is she? She a mouse?
Arthur's an anteater.
An owl. Yeah, that too.
Man.
You know the song is made by Bob Marley's son.
yeah.
Really?
Every day when you're walking down the street.
I feel like
it's
Hey.
actually a song.
Okay, I thought he's taking us for a
Love
ride.
it.
I can't trust the things that,
That he says.
He said this before.
Guys, come on.
What's the sport
I was
thing?
just going to talk about the sport real quick, man. It's been a good weekend for specifically football, though.
Yes.
Like there was the Matildas game, Matildas versus Argentina. We had the Unity Cup. I mean, I couldn't be able to watch that, so I'm just watching scores.
Yeah.
Unity Cup in are they playing it in London right now? Yeah. Champions League finals, A-League finals. I was like, bro, you just can't.
Yeah.
You can't get enough right now.
Yeah.
And then it just made me look. I'm like, yo, I really need to make sure I instill this love of sports and just the vibe around this into my
true.
kids as well, bro.
yeah.
Because what a time! Like just
Good time for
The basketball's been good as well. The playoffs.
Apparently,
Yeah.
playoffs
The
has
Knicks
been
has
going
been
crazy.
fun to watch.
What were you saying about the theatrics of how America does
Bro,
sport
so
or
I'm
something?
watching
Oh, yeah, that's a good-
every single year come the playoffs, like especially like the conference finals into the overall finals. I'll subscribe to whatever streaming platform, right? Just because I'm like, I want to watch this, and I'll cancel instantly because it's only gonna last a month. And I'm watching the Knicks play. So they're 3-1 down. They end up winning the game 3-2, and it's like towards the end of the game. And you know when, like, American sports is it's theater more than it's sport. And this guy starts, like, the commentator starts going like, and thank you to the production manager of this.
Oh, he started listing. I was watching that. He was listing
Bruh,
people,
the production
bro.
manager that are involved in this, and the graphic designers, and the this, and he's naming them.
He's naming them.
Like, he's
yeah.
actually
I
saying
thought that was a beauty thing. He's just literally naming just
But I'm
names.
thinking, bro, like, I don't care.
Yeah, you know?
Like,
Yeah.
this is dope if you're that person.
Yeah, I know. But as
But I
a,
don't care.
yeah, yeah,
And there's no reason to care.
Yeah.
But it's such, and then like you're looking at it and like Timothée Chalamet has been sidelines for all of Knicks' games, I think, this run. And he's just full on New Yorker, like in the way like he's dressed in a certain way, all this kind
Ben
of stuff.
Stiller,
Obviously they had
and
Spike Lee in
Spike
like
Lee
the
as well,
orange and
always
blue
wearing
striped
that.
suit with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top
Yeah,
hat and
suit
everything.
even is
Bro,
like-
with the top hat and
everywhere he
everything. Like,
goes, it's just
like
Knicks.
Yeah, it's like obviously he's Mr. Knicks,
Yeah.
but like you just like and the thing is they don't just end up courtside, like they get invited and told to whatever. So apparently there's a whole thing where it's like in the city that's being played in, like because obviously the stadium and the team select who's courtside. They're like we cannot have anybody with merch from the other teams on this courtside, right? Like because you're messing up the view of things, right? We need everything. If we're in New York, we need everything orange and blue.
I was wondering how that works because I was watching an OKC game, literally the whole stadium. This side here It's like wearing white and then
Yeah.
blue. It just looks so nice.
Like you wonder how did everyone organize themselves?
Because that's the OKC colors, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I was like, wait, hold on. Where are the Denver fans? Like, where are they?
Where are
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, hey, you can't wear this.
Yeah.
You should either wear the white or wear the
Smack.
blue. I know you're a
crazy.
Denver
Yeah.
fan.
They get
Yeah.
into it.
It's just like it's a full on production, and it's cool. But I'm like, is an element of it where I'm like, it's not as natural per se as like a lot of British sports, but it's still cool. It's great to watch. Like American sports are good for entertainment, but it's like it's set up for constant ad breaks. You know what I mean? The way the sports are played, like the stop-start games, right? Whether it's hockey, whether it's NFL, whether it's basketball, whatever. Like they
Every
created
chance
that.
they-
I can constantly throw in ad breaks and
this,
whatever. And it's like just you're watching the TV, and it's like they haven't switched to an ad, but something just comes up on the side. You know what I mean? And it's like
when they do free
Sprite,
throw,
blah blah blah.
Yeah, when they do free throw, and then it's like, this guy's doing a free throw, and then they just have a side of
Yeah.
an ad.
Immediately.
They have like 7 timeouts as well. Each team has 7 timeouts, so it's like during the timeouts,
Yeah.
break, ads,
Yeah.
boom, boom. But at the same time, these guys are making money. Apparently, that game went to a game 7, which is like, decide who goes to the next round. The courtside tickets is almost $500,000.
Huh?
Yeah, especially for a Knicks game. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like Knicks, I think
ridiculous.
if the Knicks go to the finals, New York is not going to be a safe place.
Oh.
Like they're like as in if you're an opposing fan in New York for the
No,
finals,
no,
they haven't been to, they haven't
Yeah,
been to
yeah.
the
The
conference
Knicks fans-
finals in 25 years.
Bro,
My goodness.
I think they're
And
winning.
New
the-
Yorkers are different, bro.
I think when they went the semis to go to the conference finals, bro, the streets.
Bro, the side talk video, did you see
Bro,
that?
yeah.
I still have
Boston's, everyone's just going crazy. The little kids.
Everyone is like, bro, you guys just made it to the next round. You guys are not even the finals.
Yeah.
You guys just made it to like technically the semis.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing this, bro. The New York streets. But I wish you guys could watch the video.
Times Square, burnouts,
Times Square, everyone's going crazy. The poles, everyone's just climbing up. Bro.
But there's always someone that climbs up.
It has to be.
And the thing is, city like New York, LA
Philly.
Lakers.
Yeah,
just this,
Philly's a
there's 3
crazy one too.
major cities. If these guys win, it's not safe for
Yeah.
Oh
streets.
my
No,
gosh,
like
bro.
actually, it's not safe,
Yeah.
bro.
Like you
it's
could
crazy.
go there to go
Bro, I
support the
promise
opposing
you-
team, but
I
you have
promise
to
you,
take your clothes off on the walkout.
get beat up.
Yeah.
Can't let it be known.
There's even I saw a funny photo where it's like if you're a what do you call it, a Knicks fan, parking is like $2 or so, something cheap, bro. But if you're a Pacers fan, which is that's who they're playing, it's like $30 something for parking.
Dragged it.
Bro, I was like, you guys are not
By any
serious.
means possible.
But like, if you're a Knicks fan,
Yeah.
you're paying $2.
Yeah, it's been a good. It's been entertaining. Like it's definitely been entertaining. The basketball's been nice.
It's so weird that sport does this to us, though, man. Like from
Yeah.
gladiator times.
Nah,
bro.
bro, they
Like,
they
that's
are-
But
crazy.
bro, like just like for example, Unity Cup is a great example of this, right? So what they've invited,
Unity Cup
they've
is-
invited Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica.
Was it?
And-
Not Cameroon.
No, it was-
a C one. I saw it was Comoros. Maybe Comoros. Am I tripping?
Nah, impossible. Come
Huh?
on. It was somebody else, and England as well as a part of it, right?
Yeah, but yeah. Oh,
And it-
Ireland even, man.
And so you know what?
Google's
we can
free,
check.
bro. I mean, what? They haven't had
Talk.
Unity Cup since 2000 and I want to say maybe 3. Again, Google this. But even that, the combination of Nigeria and freaking Jamaica, bro. The strongest love-hate relationship that exists in this world, probably.
Nigeria, Jamaica, Ghana, Trinidad, and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. That Nigeria has only one country in sights for this cup. Is Jamaica. Bro, because especially in London, that wind rush, that combination of
It's also the two nations that have probably created the most culture within, I would say, at least within black spaces, but then that's just affected the whole world. right?
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But that what it's doing to people even just there. I'm like,
But
bro,
that's
how
what I'm
does
saying. Like, it's
sport-
just like just natural. Like imagine you're there, but you're gonna lose your mind when Nigeria wins on penalties eventually or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just allegiances that are
so
they're
mad,
as
bro.
as not real as they are. They're so real.
It's so weird to me, man. Like this actually has a hold
On
on us
people.
like that. But I'm like, you know what? To some degree, I will try to extend this into my children. Sure. Because we there was even this recently, local council was giving out like memberships to AFL games. So it's like 4 matches for free kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we signed up, blah blah. We want to check. I think I don't even know how we got in. because it was based on the region, like as in the council that your house is in or whatever. Yeah, signed up, and then I'm like, oh, are we Melbourne Demons fans now, or like, is this gonna now? Do I translate
Gotta go
this
to the
kids?
games,
Like, do we
yeah.
go to the games, and now this becomes my team or something? But it's such a sports is it's weird. The
It
whole
really
man.
is. It really is.
But it's fun.
brings people together.
It's fun
so
when you
can't
just
hate
go
it.
out with the fam, we go watch a footy game, the crowd has gone wild, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is.
Anything else for the people though, man? I only got one thing, but it's a very different change in direction and pace, and a little bit more.
What is it?
Far we're here then. Look at that not smooth segue. Far, man. Melbourne.
The streets,
The
man.
streets, bro.
Is
We're talking about streets not being safe in New York, bro, but I don't know. Melbourne
The
is
streets is not safe. It's north. What was it? North what?
Northland.
Northland.
fam. And I just there's nothing new you can add to the conversation, but just on a reflective one. Fam, when I saw that
video.
Yeah, but when I saw that there was, I think it was the Sunday or maybe the Monday, there was the issue at Northland. Where, okay, and if no one's seen this, obviously there was a organized, apparently, link up between two opposing like gangs and crews or whatever. And then there were machete wielding youngins there as well, fighting each other essentially. No one to general public was affected, but essentially Northland Shopping Center had to go into like lockdown and everything. Like people were having, a lot of people were saying it was like reminiscent of the Bondi Junction situation that happened. Was it 2 years ago now, probably even? Or last year?
What, the Martin Place
2 years
thing?
ago or something?
Was that not Martin Place? Martin Place, no.
So that's Sydney.
That's Sydney, yeah. That's the Lint Cafe, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
no.
the Bondi one?
Bondi Junction was the guy with the also a knife, I think, as well. Yeah, there were like
Or a
6
bat
people
or
lost their
something.
lives even
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
situation,
A few
for sure.
people died from that.
Yeah.
My memory's cool.
And I think it was either, maybe 1 or 2 years ago or something. So a lot of people were saying like the scenes from it, I think because there was no communication to others in terms of what was happening. It's one of those when you see people running, you run too kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it just went into utter chaos kind of thing. But then cops come in, public were doing public arrests, apprehended some youngins as well. But apparently people were saying there were like still 20 people on the loose apparently kind of thing. Like it was just that chaotic of a situation and a scene. But then I think it was either a day or two after that, there was then another altercation at which
Chadston?
was it Chadston?
It was Chadston,
It was
yeah.
Chadston,
Chadston,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Chadston.
I didn't see that.
Another altercation at Chadston Shopping Centre, and that time a cop actually was injured
Yeah.
to the head or something like that even. And I think that was literally, probably a day or two, maybe even 3 after, right? Fam, they could have been 2 weeks apart. But the fact that it's even within the same 7 calendar week, that I said, bro, what is this? And then this now brought about the machete ban. And it's the same question that I constantly, even every time it's come up in the news, Mao loves the 6 o'clock news, Channel 7, you should play it. Anytime they talk about it, I'm like, Mao, when were they legal?
That's what I was saying.
like,
When were
yo,
you allowed to just walk
when were
into
they
a
allowed?
store and buy it?
I said, when were these allowed?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Well,
mean
yeah,
ban?
I guess like there's certain, it's rare, but it's like there's certain areas, like let's say if you live on farmland, whatever, you need machete.
Yeah. No, of
what I
course.
Yeah.
But we're
Same
saying,
thing with guns, but it's like as in I wouldn't know where to buy one right now.
yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
you
you're
can't
selling
now.
it, bro.
Well, now I can.
Yeah,
No, you
I
can't,
you're
bro.
selling it. So then,
But
now
then, even then, I was like, fam, do you think they're walking into
Yeah.
home
The 16-year-olds
homewares
are
and
not-
buying it?
Yeah, they're not.
In the
It's
first
not them.
place?
There's also something very dangerous about a knee-jerk reaction like that to install a ban, like implement
That
it.
quick,
Because
yeah?
it's like now, let's say I sell machetes and I don't care about society, right?
Or what?
Hey man, sale, everyone come grab them before I'm not allowed to sell them. And so now there's actually an influx of machetes on the streets because of knee-jerk reactions like that.
It's the symptomatic
It's
reaction to
hard, bro.
things,
It's hard. I don't know. I've been saying this, bro. Get Jacinta Allen out of here. She's so useless. She's run this state into chaos,
And yeah.
incompetence,
It's
and this is
tough.
what. No, I'm kidding.
It's just, I'm looking at it around, I'm like, and I think the conversation that I think I mentioned last week, how I was sitting down with some people from like government or whatnot, and they were talking like, oh, what do you think you need, this, that? And I'm like, there's a lot of convos that are happening, a lot of all of this, but I come back to the fact that I'm like, I think, bro, it almost looks like an unrecoverable loss of heroes and loss of spaces for some of these, that it's like, you're now, knee-jerk reaction, you're treating symptoms now to situations for a root cause that you're not even able to diagnose anymore, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or amend.
Just really sad.
It's crazy what we're seeing. And I think obviously you don't want to get sensationalist with stuff and think that like, oh, no, but the statistics in terms of proportion is not even that great. But it's like,
It's one of those
I
things
can
where,
hear
like,
about it 2
even a
times in
couple
1
is
month,
too many.
and I'm shook, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gives me 24 incidents in a year. That's 23 too many.
Yeah.
Like, okay, 24 too many if
24
I'm really
too
Which
being
one
that
do you
guy.
want to happen?
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still enough to warrant a conversation or a yeah, it's just
I
crazy.
think they just don't know what to do. Like they actually don't know what to do.
It
so
seems
it's like,
like a
let's just
helter-skelter.
let's just throw the ban. Let's just throw this. Like Jacinta Allen, I would be curious to know like what her thought process is. You're seeing all of
Not
this
her,
going on.
obviously.
Not her. Once again, she's probably just the face of it, and there's people behind making these decisions. But
Not
it's like,
her.
what is the thought process? Behind it. I
Behind
mean,
the ban or
okay, if you guys were there, what would you do?
No, hey,
Behind
man,
what, the
I-
ban?
I can't-
We
Dog,
always
you
love
know,
to
you
say,
know,
do better.
know.
No, okay, not that.
No.
I
Not
can't come on
that. No,
camera and be.
I don't say that. No,
It's the ayah.
we will never say that. We will never say that out of our mouths.
Look,
But like to try and prevent it.
I'll be honest. Like,
Prevent.
I think
political run, huh?
what you need is we need sentencing that has the intention of deterrence. Okay? So you need about a year of really harsh sentences across the board for everyone. Not forget just knife crimes, right? Like, because we have just issues with our bail in general.
In general, yeah, of
right? Like, as in
course.
domestic violence and the
Aggravated
way where people are out
assaults.
the next day, and then you hear all these stories of 100+ women last year that get killed by their partners, and it's like you look at it and it's like 90 of those partners
They
were
were
on
on
bail.
bail, yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah,
hell are we
yeah.
doing, right? So I think you need a year of really, really serious hand down of punishments, right? To make people go, hey, they're not playing around anymore, right? Because that is where people go. But the only reason people do things is because they know that it's not going to be that bad, right? And so it's like, if I hear, so-and-so got caught with drugs and they gave him 7 years. It sounds crazy, but some people need to cop it, bro. Right? Like, this is how you function
Prevent,
as a society,
yeah.
is that you scare some people out of these behaviors. Because the vast majority of people will get scared out of it.
Do you think that that's
But
a
they won't
band-aid
do it.
response as well?
That's not a Band-Aid, though.
No, but as in,
Because that allows people to heal.
but I'm saying, yeah, it allows
Sorry, it allows
everyone.
society to
It allows society to heal, but it doesn't still address, because a lot of the stuff also you got to realize is also irrational.
Dog.
Do you know what I mean? Like, as in,
Yeah, but if you're able to make irrational people rationalize, you've halfway pulled them out of whatever game they're in.
but I think as well, a lot of people do recognize, like it's like knowing the
Like,
damage.
as soon as you're able to go, crime is not worth it,
No, but this is what I'm saying.
you slowly stop doing crime.
But it's like when people, you can know the damages of what gambling does to a family, but the thrill of being in that
there.
gamble is still worth it for that individual, right? You know what alcohol,
I get what you mean.
You
I
know
get
what
what you
alcoholism can do to destroy
Yeah.
your life and everything you do, but the relief that you have from, you know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes still we're dealing with people that are very rational that you can't make rational, I think, sometimes, in terms of like the thrill of this thing and the enjoyment and just pure carefree nature of these activities that people are engaging in.
Scary.
It's scary in that
is.
sense that it's like, I don't know how much of a deterrent that becomes. And I'm not going to lean into my full campaign. Yeah. But I think, you have to start trying to figure out what do you do with the generation that you can make rational and start to stop the funneling.
Yeah, look,
of
you
this.
need more programs, you need more entertainment, you need better fathers, and you need programs that are going to encourage men to be fathers, right? And I don't know how that's a hard one, because it's like, if the biology inside your body did not encourage you to be a father, I don't know
Nothing
who
can
Yeah,
help.
is
you
going
can't be
to.
forced into it like that.
But like that alone, I will say it'll solve 90% of issues. Yeah, but
it can't. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
We got ideas, man.
men are so trash.
So's the damn.
If you tell me that after all of this, that the conclusion of the matter that we all come to realize is just
Men
men
are
are
trash.
trash. Far out, mate.
In conclusion,
Oh God.
Ah, but the block is
No,
hot, man.
we need to do better.
It's a work in progress.
We need to do better.
Yeah, even on a mental health thing, like
Even
I think
that
that's
too.
it. It's like
There
it's
was a
so
weight
much,
there.
so much self-inflicted trauma at that point as well.
perpetuating in the cycles. Like these are the
Like
cycles
creating my own trauma. Like so much of, and the thing is, like none of this is race-based at this point. Like,
Yeah, not
To be honest,
necessarily.
it's across every
Yeah,
single
you
community.
see every
like
kind of
and
race.
everyone's warring everyone and whatever, but it's like
Mm.
you're not many of the younger ones doing this actually have first-hand trauma that their parents have.
Mm.
but it's
you
the
know,
cycle that they've now
It's now
stepped
they're
into.
choosing traumatic cycles, and that's what's really scary. It's like you're setting up your mind to get cooked.
But this is what I was saying. Remember, we were talking about this yesterday. I was like, how much better can we ever make society? Because I was talking about how I went on the train late one night. Wasn't even that late. It was maybe 8:30, right? But this is past peak hour time. This is when everyone that's
Yeah.
gone and had a job and tried to contribute to society, they've all
Going home.
gone home, right?
Yeah.
So now you've been left with the delinquents, the hooligans, the shays, everybody. Obviously, if you're doing a shift and maybe you're catching a train, don't just remove yourself from this category, okay? Just use logic.
home.
Use logic. And the train carriages were absolutely filthy, bro. I was just walking through, like, because I had to go from the top of the train, the first carriage to the back, to get closer to the stop. And I'm just walking through it, and it is dirty, it's filthy. There's food, there's wrappers, there's stuff poured, there's puddles and everything. And I'm like, and the immediate thought that came to my head is like, man, humans, when no matter what you do, no matter where you put them,
Leave them to their own devices,
Yeah.
and they're gonna do this.
we're
yeah.
gonna just do this. Like, and I think that's just been the course of. We found ways to deter. We've found ways to control and calm, but there's still an innate destructive element
Yeah.
that we have to try to tame as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, yeah, walking through it, I was just like, bro, you leave humans to be in a space, and we're gonna do this. It's like the movie, that platform
Oh yeah.
movie where
Passing down the
passing down the food. Like
If
it's
everyone played
like
their part, everyone would be good.
if everyone, exactly, if everyone plays that part, we will be
Everyone
great.
would be
But
fed, everything would be good. But
fam, it just takes that.
people get greedy, man.
Yep.
Yo,
People get greedy.
so I
things-
think, yeah, literally, when I look at around, like it's a lot of people just running and chasing their own vices and doing things without the care of other people, and that's when you end up with what we see around us now. Like, because you think about the thing of like, do you not see yourself in the person that you're having an altercation with? Nah,
Sad.
nah, I only see me.
Yeah.
Like, as in, I'm the only me. I don't care about what this.
Yeah, that's not somebody's child.
That's not someone's child. That's not someone. It's bro. When it now is extending to even like within families, within same communities, that there's issues. That's when we've lost the plot, bro. So yeah,
Yeah,
Melbourne
it is interesting. Oh, like that we are more educated than ever, but the statistics get worse year on year on year. I mean, yeah. Let's take like for example, like consent conversation. We're more educated on that than ever before, and young people are more than ever before.
Probably, yeah.
Uh,
And the numbers when it comes
not
to
like it's
violence in that area just keeps going up, and it's just like,
Going up, yeah.
so what's actually happening? That it's like because
It's the disconnect.
like imagine I got smarter this year
yeah.
and acted dumber. Something's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Like that actually that's not possible.
Like
I got smarter and did dumber.
Yeah.
like, are we just polishing things nicer?
Polishing turds.
Actually, bro.
That's such a good phrase. You're polishing a turd, man.
yeah.
Turd in the frame and everything, bro.
Melbourne's a turd.
But it's not even just Melbourne. If you
Australia's a
if you
turd.
watch the 6 p.m. news, you see that it's everywhere. All of Australia is pack up, man. All
Tracy
of Australia is
Grimshaw.
pack
Yeah,
up.
no,
guys.
but what they say, man, this is the phrase I was saying to you. I was looking in the comments. They said Melbourne is the most livable open air asylum, bro. Like,
Damn.
we just got crazies out here in Melbourne.
Free range zoo.
Free range zoo, bro.
Oh,
But we don't want to
gosh.
end on a bad note, man. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Do
city and
better,
there's people doing
guys.
beautiful
Let's
things,
do
bro.
better.
But it's yeah, man. We got to take account and look at what's
6
going on.
million people is a lot of people, huh?
Bro, it's a big
It's a
city.
big city. We're a major city.
This is a major city, bro.
Major city. And
Like
I'm
the
the
potential.
mayor of it.
Sure. I mean,
Lord
I saw the
Mayor.
mayor yesterday, but that's
Lord
fine.
Mayor.
You can,
Nah,
you can
watch me.
you can be the mayor too,
We'll
bro.
vote
They'd
for
never
you.
let-
Huh?
They'd never
That's
let.
a we'll vote for him.
Well,
Are you allowed to be conservative and the mayor of Melbourne?
nah. possible.
Do you
No,
see
when you
they're
got Fitzroy
arguing
and
over that
Brunswick, right?
that rainbow crossing in
Noble Park?
rainbow
north
Oh,
side?
this.
I think it's north side. In the
I know there's
north or
one in
something.
St Kilda.
Yeah, but
What are they saying?
Because like they were like
This is
voting
so
on it
funny.
in the thing, and like nobody objected, and then this one guy, Turkish guy, objected, and he was like $45,000 to paint rainbow flag and whatnot on the floor, and he's like going like, "Yo, we can put this towards." He's like, guys, like this is $45,000.
Yo, he's trying to
Wait, how
crash
much?
out.
45,000.
Bro, what contractor did they go to?
That's what I'm
first of all?
saying, bro. Some of this stuff is
What kind
like,
of Taubman's paint was this? Bro,
Wow.
45,000 is crazy.
bro.
That's a decent full-time retail salary, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's going like, yo, this can go towards youth programs. This can go towards family stuff. This can go towards like 45,000. You want to put 2 of them.
But nah, bro, we can walk with pep. We can cross the road.
Yeah.
with
You hit
flair.
that. You hit that. Hey, that video. Hey, Kaz. I'm thinking.
Maybe that's what we need, bro. Hey, is that what's gonna
that
solve?
peaceful.
Is that what's gonna solve
Everyone
this
suddenly drops their
shit?
weapons.
Hey, Kaz.
Why are we even fighting?
Nah, bro, get out of here.
Goodness.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, let's get the
Hey.
heck out.
We'll
of here.
catch you guys next week. 300th episode next week.
Woo.
Is there anything special coming? Not yet.
We'll figure it out.
Not yet.
We'll
And to
figure
be
it
honest,
out.
if we don't get a special guest, we're gonna keep pushing back the episode. We're just gonna take a long break until we get a good guest.
Done.
Perfect.
turkey
All right,
style.
catch you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Bye.